Spotlight. I'm Teresa Aronson from the St. Lucie County Chamber of Commerce. It's our pleasure, our honor to do this event every third Thursday of the month. It's at 2 p.m. right here at the County Administration Building at the corner of 25th and Virginia. And we would love to have you come on down and join us in our live studio audience. We are back, of course. We've taken a little break, but please welcome my co-host, Mr. Nick Mims, City Manager of the beautiful city of Fort Pierce. Welcome back.
Thank you for having me here.
I know.
It's been far too long. We've missed it. We had to take a short break,
Yep.
but we're here. We're excited, and we've got a great cast of special guests coming this year.
I'm excited about the new
Yes.
set.
Yes.
I love the new chairs.
Me too.
We said they're Nick-sized chairs.
Yes.
And a beautiful decor.
Absolutely. And we have a beautiful backdrop.
Yes.
Yes.
The backdrop is amazing.
It's gorgeous.
It is gorgeous.
Yes,
It makes me
yes.
feel like I should be out on the water.
Absolutely. It's so peaceful.
I know it.
Yes. Fort Pierce.
Not only are we sitting here with a new set, but we also have a new sponsor, which is a new business to downtown Fort Pierce.
Tell me more.
It is called 212 Degrees, and it's a coffee shop.
Yes, right in downtown Fort Pierce on
Right
2nd
in
Street.
downtown Fort
Yes,
Pierce. This is a
yes.
Fort Pierce show, Sunrise Spotlight. We try to feature things in Fort Pierce.
Yes.
And it's not hard to do because there's a lot going on in Fort
I've
Pierce.
met the business owner.
Oh, good.
Very personable, very approachable. It's
Yep.
a great atmosphere, and I'm glad they're part of the show.
Yes, I'm happy to have them too. So they provide coffee and Danish to our studio audience every single
Yes.
month. So we're happy about that.
That's fantastic.
I don't want to ignore the elephant in the room or
Yeah,
the
the
police
big
officer
guy.
in the
Yes,
room.
yes.
So tell us who you brought for us today.
So today, I have a special guest.
Yes.
He is I'm going to allow him to tell you all of his background and his secrets, but I just want to introduce him.
Okay.
Recently promoted
Oh.
Deputy Chief of Police for the city of Fort Pierce, Robert Rydell.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming, Deputy Chief.
I'm originally from Virginia, like most people. I'm not from Florida. Moved down shortly after college. Shortly after that, I was hired by the Fort Pierce Police Department. Didn't always want to be a police officer, but in college, I took a class in criminal justice, and it motivated me so much that I knew what I needed to be.
So you joined the police officers in Fort Pierce right after college. How long have you been with them?
A little over 23 years.
Holy moly.
It's gone by. It's gone by quick.
And just so you know, he was born and raised in Fort Pierce.
Yes, I was.
There are a few.
There are a few.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Very good.
But we're glad to have the Deputy Chief.
Good. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you.
I wanted to ask you a little bit about your staff and your employees at Fort Pierce. Fort Pierce is about, what, 40,000 people?
40, 45. Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
And so how many officers?
Approximately, we have about 128 sworn officers and then about 35 civilians.
Okay. And the civilians do what kind of stuff?
They may do anything from records keeping to answering calls, like minor calls such as traffic accidents where people are injured, or taking smaller calls or reports where there's no suspect information,
Oh,
where
okay.
an immediate follow-up by a police officer isn't exactly necessary. It frees up our officers to do other things.
Oh, so it's not just administrative. They're out in the community interacting.
Oh,
with
yes.
them.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
That's kind of cool.
You know, our police department has made great strides. We're one of the most technologically advanced police departments in the state of Florida.
Okay.
So some of the achievements that I'm so proud of are our statistics and the trend that we have in crime decreasing in our community. Deputy Chief, tell us a little bit about that.
As you know, last year we were able to make a big impact on crime in Fort Pierce. I believe it was a little bit over a 30% reduction in crime. And I think the important part to remember about that is sometimes you can impact property crimes or fraud or minor crimes or maybe just violent crimes. We made inroads all the way across the board.
Wow.
And that makes life better for the citizens of Fort Pierce.
So-
We're very proud of that.
Statistically, we're doing great then.
We're doing great, and we can always do even better. And I look forward to doing that.
Very good.
There's great pride on our force. I was recently at a promotional ceremony where we had 6 promotions. Deputy Chief was one of them. Families were there. There was great support by the department and the community. I believe our Fort Pierce Police Department is as good as it has ever been. And I'm so proud of our accomplishments led by Chief Diane Hobley-Burney and also Deputy Chief Robert Rydell and Deputy Chief Kenny Norris. They make a tremendous team.
Yes.
We have a lot of momentum, and we aim to keep that momentum going and do even bigger and greater things.
Yes.
Now tell us a little bit, this year we know it was mandated actually last year to have school resource officers at every school. And does the Fort Pierce Police Department play a role in that as well?
Well, last year the St. Lucie County Sheriff's Office and the Port St. Lucie Police Department handled that end of it. Next year we are hoping to get officers in 2 to 3 schools.
Okay.
We're still figuring out which schools that's going to be, but making that connection with students is vital for us. A lot of students don't always get to see police officers when they're doing good things,
Right.
and we can also assist teachers.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like maybe you would know a little bit about what's going on in the neighborhoods by interacting with kids and that sort of thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially the young ones. We need to make those connections.
Very interesting.
Absolutely. Speaking of connections, one of the most impressive things our police department does is community engagement.
Okay.
And I can't even count how many times we're in the community, whether it's tip a cop or shop with a cop. But one of the biggest events we have is our Unity in Community, in the community,
Yep.
excuse me. And that's coming up here July 11th.
Yes,
is that
sir.
correct? Tell us a little bit about that.
July the 11th. This is our third time doing this. It's going to be from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. behind the Percy Peak Gym off of Avenue D. It's an event where we celebrate our community and strengthen those community ties and bring in some of our partners, whether they be nonprofits or other government entities. We have a barbecue. I'll be cooking out there all afternoon if you want to come out.
Okay. Are you good at it though? First, before
I think I am.
Because I know this guy.
He burned every burger.
Did he?
It
Okay.
was well done, yes.
All right. Well, he doesn't want anybody to get salmonella. So
No.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
he's protecting us.
All
So
right.
we'll have things for the kids such as bounce houses. I'm told there's going to be a wet bounce house and a dry bounce house. There may be a lip sync competition
Okay.
involving the police department, taking on all
Ah.
challengers.
Huh?
And we'll have a stage with we'll also have a stage with entertainment.
All right. I'll do it if you do it. What are you doing?
I don't know.
You gotta do something.
We can do a duet. How about that?
Oh, okay. Oh, so many things came to mind.
We'll think of something.
Okay, something appropriate for
yes,
kids.
Yes, for kids. This is a kids event.
Okay.
Kids and families.
Please, nothing from Frozen.
PG.
Nothing from Frozen.
No. so Deputy Chief, the community engagement that we do, that we perform, that we hold and host, why is it so important to the Fort Pierce Police Department that we do these things, such as movie night, which was a hit?
Oh yeah, the Peacock District.
No. We had a movie at the police station. We had
Oh.
hundreds of kids and families there. What was the movie? What was the movie that day?
I was not there.
Oh, put him on the
Wrong
spot.
answer.
I'm sorry.
Make
Oh
one
my
up.
gosh.
Just say Rio. That's our go-to.
I'm
Rio.
sorry. I was not there. I know it was a kids-based movie.
Yes.
That's why we always say Rio. We've been saying that for about a year. Every
I know.
movie's Rio.
And I know that some of our employees dressed up as characters. We had popcorn,
Right.
and I understand out of all the city movie nights, it was the best one.
Oh, it was. It was.
That's what I'm told.
It really was.
Better than the Peacock Rio.
Oh,
huh?
it was. It was
Okay,
better
very
than the
good.
Peacock
Do you
Rio,
know what
yes.
they dressed up as? That would give us a hint as to what the movie was.
My kids are all grown. I don't know these characters anymore.
That's right. That's right. But it was a hit. It was a
Okay.
hit.
We'll
And we
just have to
recently did a
believe you.
movie at our recreation center where we had Spider-Man. And we had a few Spider-Mans walking around.
Spider-Man, the cartoon thing, or
No, Spider-Man, the guy the Spider-Man.
Okay.
Peter Parker. Yeah.
my kids are grown too.
Yes.
Spider-Man was my husband's. That was his territory.
But back to community.
Okay.
Okay. You would ask.
We get
Yes.
sidetracked.
I know,
often.
this happens all the time.
Yeah, it does.
You would ask why those relationships important.
Absolutely.
And
yes.
it's we're entrusted by the community to go out there and keep them safe. We can't police a community that we don't have a relationship with. That's where our power comes from. So we need their support. We enjoy their support. It's easier for us to do business. These are the people that we're protecting and serving. We should know them. We should know what their needs are.
I remember a couple years back, I kept seeing roll call in different places where all the officers would kind of come together in different areas of the city. Are you guys still doing that one too? It's
Yes.
a little off-putting when you stumble upon it. You think something really big's happening.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know what we're doing, but we'll go out to different businesses or different neighborhoods and have roll calls and invite anybody around to come see what we're doing, to engage in conversation and find out the problems that they might be having or issues that maybe they're just life quality issues that we can address, but it's not worth calling 911 over.
Right. And how's the summer going since, kids are out of school?
It's hot.
Okay, there you go.
Yes.
It's too hot to do anything.
No, it's going well so far.
Good. All right.
Now, one of the things that I really noticed a strong effort in what the police is doing is becoming more approachable. When you're growing up as a kid or a teenager, you don't want to, the last thing on your mind is hanging out with the cops or talking to the cops.
Well, when a teenager, especially.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how it used
Yeah,
to
I
be.
remember.
But I strongly believe our police are one of the most approachable organizations in this area.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, our police recently had a basketball game against a group of our teenagers that are in our recreation center. Now, the teenagers won, of course. It was close.
Well, was it close, really, or are
It
you
was
just
close.
giving them that? Okay.
It was close, but again, our police, they do more community outreach and engagement than I've ever seen before.
Good. It
Yes.
is important. Chief Hobley Burney is
Yes.
incredibly approachable.
Yes.
And I think that people are noticing that. She does try to get out and intermingle
She
a
does.
lot
She
with the
does.
community herself.
That's what we're trying to get Deputy Chief Rido to do. He's such an introvert.
He's an
We
introvert.
got to get him out and about in the world,
Oh.
Well, I love to talk to people. So.
You do? And Kenny, he's kind of an extrovert too, though, isn't he? Deputy Chief Norris?
Yes.
He's a
Yeah.
man of great wisdom.
Okay.
Yes, he is.
Good.
Yes. He recently delivered the sermon at the Law Enforcement Memorial or
He did.
Appreciation
He
Week.
did.
Yeah.
It was
At
an
a local
excellent
church.
sermon. And
Yes.
he was a big help to me when I was in an acting deputy chief position. Sometimes I didn't know I needed some ministering to, and he jumped right in there, and I was like, wow, he's right.
Oh, yeah. I like Kenny.
We got a great team.
You do. Well,
Yes.
thank you for being with us today. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Did we
Thank you, sir.
cover everything we wanted to
I
cover?
believe so. Do you want to leave us with anything for the summer? Maybe getting prepared, being safe. We got hurricane season.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's party season. It's
um,
boat season.
It's kids not in school season.
Yes. So what do you think?
I think just be safe out there. Look out for one another. Hurricane season is, it just began. We're looking for a normal forecast, so let's cross our fingers and hope we don't have any storms this year. The time to prepare for hurricanes is now, when you don't have a storm, not when one's creeping up on you.
Right.
And
Absolutely.
I'm going to encourage all of our families to head out to the beach. We have families in Fort Pierce that have
Yes.
not visited the beach, and we have one of the most beautiful beaches in all of
The
the
world.
world.
That's right.
Within 2-3 miles.
That's right.
And so I'm going to encourage them to get to the beach.
Yes.
That's my summer tip.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you again.
Thank you.
We appreciate you being here. Welcome back to Sunrise Spotlight. I'm Teresa Aronson. I'm here with my co-host, Mr. Nick Mims.
Yes.
And we are excited to be back. We're excited it's summer. Kids are out.
Oh my goodness, yes. It's a fun time to be in Fort Pierce. Fort Pierce is one of the most fun communities. We have a beautiful waterfront, great recreational opportunities, best parks in the area. It's a great time to be a Fort Pierce resident.
It is so much going on. July 4th, there's a big celebration. I'm sure there's a short window of when the show airs and when that happens, but
Yes.
hopefully people will see it or got to see it.
Yes, the 4th of July in Fort Pierce is like a huge festival.
Yes.
And not only that, we have Friday Fest coming up the day after the 4th of July celebration.
Just so you know, they canceled it.
What?
They canceled Friday Fest.
When? Okay.
Michelle and Doris
well,
told me the other
thanks.
day. They said, I know. We don't want to give out, but they said it's too much with
Okay,
the
thanks.
the July 4th celebration and then Friday Fest. For the first time ever,
Right.
they're not having a July Friday Fest. That's big
Wow.
news for Main Street.
That is big news.
Fort Pierce, yeah.
Anyway, thanks.
But I do know that July 18th is the city's, tried to give it to you. The Chamber of Commerce is our spelling bee, which you've taken part in year
the
after
adult
year.
spelling bee. You know I was a trophy winner.
You were. You
Yes.
placed. You brought home a trophy and a
I
bobblehead.
didn't do much. I was just on the team.
You were eye candy,
Yes.
as they say.
Yes.
Because I think you brought the city attorney.
The city attorney and the mayor. It was
mayor
awesome.
is
The mayor
a
is the
good
MVP,
speller.
no doubt.
My land.
Yes,
You could
She's
not trip her
amazing.
up.
I know.
But she's out of town this year, I hear.
She is. You know, the interesting thing about that, you were the moderator, right?
I am the enunciator.
The enunciator. And the word that you enunciated, it just didn't, it was disputable as to how it was enunciated.
Yeah, I hear that all the time
you
from
remember that.
disgruntled spellers.
it was a horrible
One
situation.
ear, out the other.
It was a horrible situation, but We took place a second place trophy.
You did.
Yes.
You know, I give everybody alternate
Yes.
pronunciations,
Yeah,
definitions,
I think we need a new
origin.
enunciator.
But yeah, it was
Yeah.
my fault
Yeah,
that you didn't
pretty
get
much-
that.
yeah,
Or-
pretty much,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
I'll
I'm just
take
letting you
that.
know.
It
Yes.
was definitely my fault.
Yes.
But you had a good time, right?
I had a great time.
That's the point.
Yes.
You guys are coming back this year? I know the mayor can't.
When
'cause
is
she's-
it? July 18th?
July 18th.
We're going to try.
Okay.
We're going to try.
You-
Yes.
You really got to. I like
For
having
you,
everybody
Teresa,
there.
I will try my
It's
best.
more fun when you're there now.
I know. I will try my best.
All
Yes, ma'am.
right. And what else is going on in Fort Pierce?
Oh, I don't know if you've heard or not, but we're in the midst of negotiations
I know.
for an $85 million development in downtown Fort Pierce. This is one of the biggest things that's ever happened to Fort Pierce.
Yes.
We went through a very thorough process
You
for our
did.
request for proposals. We had a public presentation, public deliberation,
Yep.
public ranking, and we identified Audubon Development as our private partner to develop that public land that we have in downtown Fort Pierce. The negotiations are going well.
Good.
We anticipate that we're going to wrap this up and we're going to have a real player in our
Yes.
downtown. It's going to bring excitement. We're just thrilled this is happening.
And you know, this sort of development is Chamber of Commerce purview, so we took
Yes.
a great interest in it. And
Yes.
we didn't weigh in, obviously, but I did read all of the materials.
Yes.
And I just want to say that so proud of the City Commission
Yes.
for their vote on that,
Yes.
because what a great choice
Yes.
and what a great project. 5-0.
Yes. Unanimous.
Unanimous
It was
vote.
amazing. It was amazing how the process was completed. Our city commission showed strength.
Yes.
They showed unity, and even the
Yes.
public came out and spoke. And the entire process just makes me proud to be from Fort Pierce.
I'm excited about
Yes.
it, but we may get that hotel and those condos and the retail,
That's
the
right.
mixed use,
Yes.
right there at the King's.
Right
old
there.
King's. They're going to call it King's Landing, I
King's
think.
Landing.
Yes.
And it's nestled right between historic downtown Fort Pierce, Edgartown, which is the oldest settlement in Fort Pierce, and then the City Marina, which is a show place. It's a state-of-the-art.
Fly. This fly
it's
has
a
gotten
state-
all the camera time today.
It's a state-of-the-art marina, one of a kind, and I just think that this is such a tremendous move. for
Yeah,
our
it's a
community.
property we've been looking to
Yes.
develop and
Yes.
find the right partner.
Yes, I think we found them, and like I said, negotiations are going well,
Good.
and we intend to press forward.
And that with directors, the county negotiating
Oh,
with
yes.
directors at the
Yes.
port.
Yes.
And
We have 2 mega yacht refitting centers coming to the port of Fort Pierce. Fort Pierce Yacht and Ship is already operable.
Yep.
And then we have Director Yachts that it has a ground lease with St. Lucie County. So if you take a look at Fort Pierce, the dynamics, the industry is changing. We are strong tourism. Now we're marine-related commerce. Our downtown is vibrant, full of events every weekend, and I really think we're changing for the better.
I'm excited about it.
Yes.
Everything I read and see, it just shows such strength in numbers. Everybody working together, the
Yes.
county, the city, every police department.
Yes.
You know, all working together to
Yes.
take us to the next level in Fort Pierce.
Yes.
I'm excited. What else do we have going on?
Well, I mean, for those that want to come and see young people perform at our Sunrise Theater during the days of July 19th and July 29th.
Okay.
I'm sorry, August 2nd. We're going to have performances by our youth that are in our Missoula summer camp at the Sunrise Theater.
Okay.
On July 19th, we're going to have Robin Hood.
Oh,
they're
they're going
gonna
to put on
perform-
that play.
Yeah, they're going to put
Okay.
on a play, Robin Hood, at the Sunrise Theater. And then August 2nd, we'll have the Snow Queen.
Okay.
So that's good to see our children perform and bring some talent to our community.
I didn't know the Sunrise did a summer camp.
Oh, yes. We've been doing that for many years now. We're invested in our children's education, making them aware of the arts. We also have a relationship with what we call the Sunrise Theater Foundation. That foundation raises money specifically for the awareness and education for children in the arts.
Now, is
Yes.
that the only summer camp the city runs?
Oh,
Or?
no.
Oh, you guys have lots of
no.
them, don't you?
We've got a day camp going on right now at our recreation center, formerly known as the PAL Center,
Yes.
formerly known as the YMCA.
Yes.
But that is our recreation center now.
Okay.
We have a day camp there. We have a basketball camp that's about to start. We have Pop Warner football.
Yes.
That's our largest recreation activity. We have about 400 kids that are going to be participating in those programs, and it's just we have that investment. Yes.
I wanted to tell you, and I knew you did have a summer camp, and I wasn't sure if this one or it was the PAL one, but
Yes.
Seven Gables,
Yes.
the house that we operate on
Yes.
your behalf, we
Yes.
lease that property from you, and we are booking tours out of there, excursions,
All right.
kayaking, sailing, and
Yes.
we got all that going. Well, we have an agreement with the Children's Services Council. We got a grant from them, and we have placed summer camp kids.
All right.
Most of them from Fort Pierce,
Yes.
Boys and Girls Club, the city camps,
Yes.
and we have put them into excursions for the summer, things they wouldn't typically do, like
Good.
sailing
Yes.
or kayaking.
Yes, ma'am.
So we through the grant through Children's Services and with the help of the Seven Gables, we've scheduled it all,
Right.
which is not easy to do when
I
you're working
understand.
with. And boy, huge success. We're just getting great feedback from the camps.
Yes.
And Image of Christ went on a sailboat,
Okay.
and none of the kids had done it before,
Right.
and it's just an amazing program. We're so happy to be a
Yes.
part of that.
Thank you. Thank you. And one of the most important things we try for our young folks is to make sure they understand the rules on the water and learn how to swim.
They need to swim.
Yes.
It's a
And-
coastal town.
Yes, I know. And you'd be surprised how many of our children live within a few miles of the ocean and don't know how to swim.
And I haven't even gone to the ocean, which
Right.
was what we kind of had in mind when we
Right.
put this program together. Sean Boyle came up with it,
Yes.
and boy, he put some money up to do it,
Yes.
and these people are having a great time.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love what we're exposing our kids to.
It's amazing.
It's a great town to be in Fort Pierce. I think
It is.
we're really moving forward.
Collaborative efforts.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Well, I am happy about next month. We're going to do a couple of contests for our home viewers. If you
Okay.
take a picture of yourself watching this show, hashtag Sunrise Spotlight,
Oh.
you may win a gift certificate
Really?
to one of our Fort Pierce businesses.
Just take a picture of
Take
yourself
a picture
watching
of
the
yourself
show.
watching the show, either on the city channel for Fort Pierce, or
Yes.
on YouTube,
Yes.
or City of PSL, wherever you can watch it. You can
Right.
stream it, you can see it on TV.
Right.
We're on all the time.
All the time.
And take a picture of yourself watching the show and hashtag Sunrise Spotlight.
Wow.
We'll see if we can't make you a winner.
We're gonna try that.
Yeah, we're gonna announce a winner next month. We're gonna do
Okay.
some Facebook advertisements, and we're gonna pack this house full of people ready to eat 212 degrees coffee shop pastries.
Fantastic.
I got it right.
Fantastic.
All right. Well, thanks again.
Yes.
Thanks to Fort Pierce Police Department and everybody here in the studio, and
Thank
everybody
you
for
all.
coming out today, all of you. And we are ready to go. So have a great day, everybody.
All right.